We're back and ready for our next best of 3 here at the GG.Bet Winter Cup. You've got myself, James Banks, and Mr. Dinko over here, and we're ready to see. This is the losers game, right? So it's Rocketlaunchers going up against Brute, and there's two very different styles. First of all, Rocketlaunchers, brand new team. They've only played in this tournament. There's very little data on this team. They've got Barbar as a coach, who's a very experienced player all the way back to the 1.6 years up until now. He has a lot of knowledge with it, but he's got a hard job on his hand dealing with a team that is now having to go international speaking way with it all. And you can see here, look, this is where our groups have all worked out. So Skade, they've made it all the way through, at least for this part of Group A for the playoff of the last chance arena. And then Ambush, they're waiting in. They've got one more chance. They'll be facing the winner of a Rocketlaunchers taking on Brute. Now, what we saw from Brute yesterday was aggression.
Yes.
They're living up to their name, pure brute force. These guys on their T side looked crazy. CT side, well, that was at times a bit confusing. There was not too much playing off each other.
Yeah, well, they were going up against Skade, right? So
yeah,
that is the one thing you can take from this. They are going up against the best team, I would say, that are left. Rocketlaunchers today, they're only good at overpass. And while they're up on Mirage, first of all, Brute clearly have some better results. It beat teams that
teams.
Yeah, you know, like take a look at
eyesight again.
Yeah, it's just look at those teams. They're not teams we're too familiar with. You got Big in there. That's like the only team I recognize, right? So
yeah,
and they've also beaten Rocketlaunchers overtime on Mirage. So Rocketlaunchers have shown that they've been able to play this, but their results haven't been great.
Now, interestingly enough, these two teams did face off against each other here in this cup for the GG.Bet Winter Cup. Last time it was 2-1 in maps, and it went to Rocketlaunchers. Inferno 16-8, Dust 2 16-11 for Rocketlaunchers, but they did lose Mirage, which we're starting on here 19-16. It seems the knife round's already been underway, so we missed that. But the maps will be Mirage, Inferno, and then the decider of Dust 2.
Well, just a very quick play in towards A, and no one here from the CT side, so easy plant will be coming through. They can get their post-plant positions in. And it's one of those weird rounds where we see a 5v5 retake with no damage being done. Mac Daddy, definitely my favorite player at this point.
Oh, yeah, that's a new one.
He's
definitely there last time.
A big Mac Daddy. We'll see if he can step up as he goes towards CT. Mac Daddy looking to line them up. It'll be one kill from Daxon. Max able to step in. 2 great kills coming in. And now they drop in towards Sandwich. Crazy. He's going to fall. Shaq able to pick him up. Looking for another. And AGT runs up at the top. Emenk with another couple of kills. Now Captain. The defuse coming through. And Emenk will find the triple. Easy pistol for Rocketlaunchers in the end.
There was definitely a diffuse kits. I'm not sure why Captain decided to stick that as much. Maybe he was hoping a few shots to be missed, but he was very lined up for it. Rocketlaunchers may pick up this pistol round. What I want to see from Mac Daddy is him to pick up a Mac 10 so I can do some return of the Mac moments with him across all of this.
Mac Daddy on the Mac 10. Mac and Max up.
We're trying.
I wonder if he is Mac Daddy or if that's just...
You can just put that name on for this, yeah.
Yeah, because there's teams that players that do that and it's really annoying.
Maybe this is another thing with Rocketlaunchers, that they are also trying out players. Remember, they are such a new lineup.
Oh, it is legit Mac Daddy who is playing. That is his name. Well,
he's my favorite now.
Favorite player, yeah.
Yep. You've got the name.
He's got a 1.09 rating. So it's pretty bad. He's got a nice beard. So there we go. It looks a little bit like Rubino. Just to visualize this player.
He actually really does.
This player at home. I wonder if he plays the shoes off as well. That would be quite incredible. Well, Crazy back on short. Is back with the Deagle in his hands. That's all that he has. No kills coming his way. Emenk has been a pretty stellar player yesterday when we've seen the Rocketlaunchers play. Definitely more proficient when he gets the AWP in his hands, but showing he can use the AK, finding that opening kill.
Ooh, first tag coming in straight away. The scouts are in play. Daxon and Capson. Trancer 2. Rudolph joining him in as well. We'll go down all of the names.
Well, like that's the thing. We've made a lot of terrible inside jokes with these teams. AJT, MP9, deaths. Find himself a kill towards Capson. Thing is, overpass in this series, right? That would be a map that you just always know that would go in favor of Rocketlaunchers. But the thing is, it's not there. It's going to be Mirage, Inferno, and Dust 2 is the veto.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down who banned it.
Immediately removed overpass.
Okay.
Like, as straight away, off the bat. So clearly just playing into their own strengths, seeing that they've got a deeper map pool than Rocketlaunchers. I think that's definitely the way to go. And then Brute obviously picked Mirage, so this is a map pick. They've got some decent results on it. And the map pick of Inferno came through for Rocketlaunchers. Now, we didn't see them do too well on Inferno yesterday, I'm going to be honest. The Rocketlaunchers got kind of destroyed by Ambush. So I'm kind of scared for Rocketlaunchers.
It's really like back and forth, right, with these teams, because they'll play similar style of maps, but then they'll play exactly the same maps against each other and come up with different results.
Yeah, all the time, right? It's like yesterday we've seen good T sides from a certain team, then they go in today and be terrible on the T side, fantastic on the CT side. It's hard to really find consistency, and I think that's the biggest problem. But here's the odds from GG.Bet. 1.23 for the Rocketlaunchers, who are currently favorites against Team Brute. And speaking of GG.Bet, you can head over that and use the code GG.Bet.com. No spaces, no dots, just GG.Bet.com to make a bonus and also get that 125% bonus on your deposit.
Gotta love it. And so does Defs love it, as the opening start for him will be an easy kill onto Capson. AJTT though, ooh,
nice.
Bit of a naughty one, goes for the pre-fire, expects it, and Emenk goes down. Easy kill for him to find, and that's actually a potential for a B player to push up and get an additional weapon here as well. On the hunt, they want to try and fight this off. That's an AK. So that's an AK and a Galil they've got to work with here on Brute. That gives them more than a fighting chance in this one. Def's tagged up to 49. No frag coming in yet, but AJTT is well aware of how this might play out. Smart dropping the bomb down early on here. The window pick was there alongside AJTT. They were trying to make sure they could fire back against this. It's Max now who's going to be boosted up to be the short defender. Instead of 3v4 in favor of Rocketlaunchers, though. They've just got to minimize the casualties from here on out. And then Defs, I don't think he's going to look at this. And Max will find the easy first kill there. Max is going to have to do more than a lot of work here, and instead he gets shot in the back. Shaq slowly creeps into the B site.
Shaq is forced in behind the bench, where he does pretty good work. Finding himself one kill on the AK. Crazy gone. Daxon now the last player alive for the P250. Not exactly the start that Brute were looking for, as Rocketlaunchers will go 3-0. But moving into this next one is when they're going to have the money. They're going to have that back in the bank, and they can invest. And we'll get to see what the face of Brute looks like today. It's always a day-to-day thing with online.
Yeah, it's so crazy, right, when you compare it to the big events, because these teams having to play each other across many online events, different qualifiers, different tournaments. They meet up regularly, and they also then adjusting and then trying to change it up when they face these teams away from what their maybe normal strategies would be. So Daxon won't be able to recover the AK. It was taken away by the Rocketlaunchers. They save all the 3 important weapons in that round. They grab the 3-0. It's a nice start for them, but this is going to be the real test when it comes to it. Orp already dropped straight over to Capson, and he was able to do so much damage with that previously here for Brute. But again, it was on the T sides. Their CT sides just weren't really coming together. But we saw a change today, didn't we? Skate came in. They made their CTs a lot more impressive.
Yeah, that's the thing. And I think if there was to be a rematch between Brute and Skate, I think it would be quite a brutal result for Brute, because I don't think those T sides would be as effective anymore with that Skate performance. Then again, we did see their T side become a little bit weaker, so who knows? Flashes up. Capson, who was pretty impressive yesterday, has a chance to shine with a gap in the smoke. He might just be able to find a player as he crosses mid. That shot wasn't too far off landing. Mac Daddy hasn't really done much since the pistol. Even in the pistol, he wasn't too impactful. So I want to see what he can do.
It's a bit of that waiting game for now. The T's getting set up for an A hit. Bit of a split through the connector as well. Emenk might be able to find a way to take down Capson here if he continues to stay focused on the route up to connector. The smoke is down. It makes it a little bit harder for him to have that impact just yet. But the XQ begins to start. Good smoke's coming in. But Capson, he'll have a vantage point to shoot from here. He won't be pushed out of it just yet. Again, back to focus on connector, and Shaq's going to have to be careful here. It's going to come down to timing as Capson turns away. Flashes come out, and now he's going to have to deal with any pressure coming up his way. He can hear the footsteps, and he legs him, but Crazy's there to back him up. Nicely done, and Emenk goes down as well. This is brilliant from Brute. Playing well off each other. Capson misses a key one on the Defs. But he's the only member left alive. 1v4, throws the pistol out, and it will be good for 1. But then he's done. The AWP is saved, so it doesn't really matter for Brute. And they keep 3 alive, which is the key number for that economy success.
So Capsing getting the AWP into his hands. The rifle's being picked up as well. We want to see this system continue. Brute need to get 2 in a row. And this should be pretty easy for them, as there isn't a whole lot being presented by Rocketlaunchers. They don't have all that much to work with other than one AK. There's a Deagle and a P250, but the rest should be pretty easy just to overrun. Capson scoped in towards top middle. Death's ready. With the Deagle trying to work in tandem with his teammates, they're sending Mac Daddy in as the front man with a Glock to gather some info, try and set up their teammate back there who has the AK in the form of Soaker. Soaker will get boosted up and will look in towards the window. No one peeking, no one coming forward. Flash go out into the open, and now Rocketlaunchers want to put pressure in towards mid. It lands top of Soaker, does 66 damage. Drops into 66, should I say.
He's not going to be feeling that one. Meng just goes out straight to his death. Soaker has been boosted in window. This could be the surprise factor. Capson being pushed around. He expects the jump to be put on him. Will quickly run away, but Soaker's made noise as well. Control now of the A site is going to be had by Rocketlaunchers, but can they deal with the hiding CTs? AJTT in a good position, tries to take down the bomber. Just does it, but the bomb still gets planted. Soaker now needs to do good work here. AK in hand, and he's only got Shaq to back him up. Shaq instantly falls, and now it's all up to one man. He has to land some pointing out shots, but they poke him at the same time. No chance there at all, and Brute will grab the second round. Weapons in hands, and things are looking a lot better for him. They're keeping numbers alive. They're not being caught off guard by the quick plays coming in, even allowing Rocketlaunchers to take site control as well.
Yeah, the CT side is quite coordinated, and in terms of the discipline they've got, it's definitely better than yesterday. And that was something we criticized them for, was the fact that they had a lack of teamwork at times, and we're making a lot of the wrong decisions. Rocketlaunchers here with the AWP in the hands of Emenk. This is a player that I've talked about the impact he can deliver. He showed us yesterday that he's quite capable, so we'll see if he can do the same today. Picking in towards middle, it's going to be Mac Daddy.
Any excuse. Any excuse. Oh, a leg shot came into Emeng. I'm guessing that's from Capson. Put him down on 18 health early on in the round. That means a nade could quickly end his life, or just the bullet itself. Brute don't get over aggressive. They're really forcing Rocketlaunchers to take every angle, take every position. Daxon was just spotted out as that smoke comes toward him. He doesn't want to get a few nades thrown into there. He might try and back out a window pretty soon. The B players are having a pretty chill day so far.
Yeah, the B players haven't had to do a whole lot, but Emenk will step up. It's going to be Capson. Gone, man advantage picked up for Rocketlaunchers to play with. Let's see if they can capitalize. Daxon under pressure. Flashbang's going to force him back into the corner, but they really haven't checked him. Eventually they will. Shaq will get rid of him. Daz coming in with a kill. Now Max and Crazy left into a 2v5. 49 seconds. Got to be the safe call coming in from Brute, and those B players can continue to do nothing.
Saving is the best option here, and Rocketlaunchers could if they wanted to. The money's not great, but it means with the win, the bomb plant, they'll be fine either way. They could try and hunt a couple of these players down. Defs is going to continue forward. He's not being quiet about it either. Yeah, Crazy decides, yeah, maybe I'll move away from this position. Probably don't want to hang around for too long.
Yeah.
But Rocketlaunchers, this was much better from him. Emenk gets that early pick despite being legged by Capson. Then they just charge onto the A site and it all goes their way. Player at jungle wasn't able to hold on. He got flashed out of position, then went back for the repeak and got shut down, and Brute didn't have the answers from that point onwards.
On the ult. In the hands of Emenk alongside the 4 AKs, utility available. Over on Brute, it's going to be AJTT with the AWP alongside Capson, so we got the double AWP set up. We'll see whether or not that can deliver impact. Generally, when you have that double AWP, it frees up one of the AWPers a lot more. And the secondary AWPer takes more passive stance and plays more of a turret. So we have a lot of presence across the map, and See whether or not Rocketlaunchers can get in towards this B bomb site. Good peek from Max. Flash delivers. Crazy assist with that. Smoke goes down, trying to hold them off, trying to delay. And the kills keep coming through from Crazy as he lines them up. Finally, Soaker stepping in with 2 as he connects to the smoke on the second.
Solid stuff to give them a fighting chance in this from Soaker, but Max, I'm surprised he even got away with that first kill. No refrag came out quick enough from the Rocketlaunchers, which made him be able to stand there for a bit longer, allowing Crazy to get that opener. Now in a 3v3, but Soaker being so low, it's going to make this one a bit harder for them before they decide to push in. And look at the setup from Rocketlaunchers here. Emenk hoping that someone's going to push and jump forward. Only one player on the A site now for Brute. Defs has got mid control. And all the way at the back, Soaker's just chilling because he doesn't want to be hit by any nades, any flames, anything. He's got the bomb in hand. And still, 30 seconds to go. But Rocketlaunchers will need to make a move pretty soon. And problem is, Capson's position, the moment they move forward, they're going to have to either go for the pre-fire shot onto him or find a way to deal with him.
The silent switch out. Soaker going on to the AWP. Captain watching the cross as they continue to move forward. Emenk will be the front man with a Molotov at his stead. But the bomb needs to get planted. They've just thrown it on the floor. So that's... they've got to get that on the bomb site. And eventually they'll start punching the digits in with literally just enough time to get the bomb planted. And now it's going to be a 3v3, a retake attempt coming in from Brute. They have got one kit in the hands of Daxon, but he's low HP, 16. And the 2 AWPs getting back into this bomb site, especially entering from, or re-entering from the kitchen, right? You can't really get out of the market too easily there. So Soaker will pick up 1 kill. That'll force them to save. You can't just throw 2 AWPs willy-nilly in towards the site. Such a large investment and such a difficult retake with the AWPs. So they save on, and Rocketlaunchers will get a 5. 3 kills from Soaker. Good round from him. I think initially, at the start of this round, Max getting that good kill, Crazy finding the follow-up. It's looking really solid there. But Soaker somehow manages to find 2 kills, quickly dropping Crazy, then finding the follow-up through the smoke. I feel if Crazy just started playing a little bit more passively on that B-bomb site, Brute had that one in the back, but mistakes, and well, it takes a good player to capitalize on them. So Soaker, props to him. 5-2 now for Rocketlaunchers. Double up setup continues to be a factor here for Brute, along with the investment of the FAMAS for Daxon. Max going to go for FAMAS as well, alongside Crazy, who should have something available to him. Obviously an M4. So not a bad buy. It's not good, but it's not awful. We'll see what Brute can do with it.
It's a good T-side start now for Rocketlaunchers, though. For the CT side, this double AWP must pay off. Like you were saying, Dinko, it's one of those things where buying into it early on, some teams love to do it, others like to wait until it's the last resort. Hopefully Brute don't think they're at their last resort just yet.
That would be quite depressing, wouldn't it? Round 8, you know, pack it up.
They're like, oh, well, time to give it the last chance. We've given up on all of our positional plays. One thing is, Rocketlaunchers allow so much control for Brute early on, and then it just fades away and they swap it around. But no one actually takes the early engagements. Like now, this is going to be a full execute before we push forward. Daxon has to reposition. Oh, now giving away his position, they start to push through apartments. How he still gets away from 1 is beyond me. They should have shut him down instantly. Mac Daddy comes in with a kill, but it's still a 3 versus 3. And Capson, he can do some great work here. Finds himself the first. Should have a rough idea of where the next one is. It's Emenk, who's looking towards CT Spawn. Flashes won't get him just yet. Mac Daddy in sandwich. It's a very hard spot to get more than 1 from. But it may work out as Emenk, he avoids. He manages to stand strong, but Max sneaks behind him. Now the pressure's on. 1 comes in. He goes in for the next. The flash is there. This is beautiful. Emenk tries to save the day, but Max is the one to deliver it. 100 health still. No problem in the end, and he'll save an AWP through. Right to the wire, a 1v1. Brute will get the round, but Rocketlaunchers, they'll be kicking themselves after that one.
Yeah, it comes so close. Emenk nearly pulling off the incredible clutch. The first flick, the P250 headshot, knows where the last player is, but Max, with furious pace, runs over him. Mad Max. Oh, Brute coming into this one. Off for Capson, we'll see if he can do anything with it. Emenk also has that AWP back in his hands, and that's what you want. You know, he's showing that he's flashes of his skill, at least in these recent rounds. We'll see if it's enough to get Rocketlaunchers the round win in round number 9. Brute need to get this one. And while that is not the play that they would be hoping for, Max predicted Mac Daddy dropping him. Now Captain under pressure at the B-bomb site. They hear the op ring out. They know if they overrun him, he won't be able to hold. He gets 1 kill, but it's only 1 kill as Mac Daddy gets the 3K. 3 kills come through on the B-bomb site, and it's the save from Brute. What a play. Just straight rush B, and Mac Daddy finds all 3.
That was Rocketlauncher saying, yeah, okay, you won that round at a 1v1. Welcome to confidence.
Yep.
Just push.
Exactly.
That's a quick call where it's like, we need to gain control again. Boom.
And this is a scary sign, because this is the map pick of Brute, and they haven't looked good on the CT side at the minute. You know, they looked good at the start. They've shown signs of discipline. The retake was good earlier. Other than that, though, there's been nothing. So we'll see what they can muster in this next round. There's probably not going to be too much to write home about. And that's a really good reply from Rocketlaunchers. Just change the pace, run into B, like you said. Very confident. And Mac Daddy finds 3 kills. Next round coming up, though, should be 7 on the board for Rocketlaunchers, putting themselves into a position where they're likely to take the half. I like the 0 investment, really, though, on the remaining players of Brute. Yeah, use the 2 saved M4s, see what you can do with it, but for the other players, you just want to make sure that you haven't invested too much. You want to leave as much money in the bank as possible. Well, that's a good amount of damage done on the utility.
These 2 M4s are going to have to be pivotal. Max back a bit more aggressive on B again. Tucked in with the P250. If Crazy can distract him a bit, they might just push forward, but instead, Mac Daddy finds him. Rips him clean apart, and he just backs away. Max doesn't even go to try and refrag it because it happens so fast.
All deaths up on top of Connector. Mac Daddy sits back, Max is in the corner, and well, there's a push coming on through. Death will find himself captain. An advantage doubled on the T side. And while Daxon is close corner, underneath the stairs, Des is looking for that try, but Mac Daddy, who found so much success in the B-bomb site in the previous, is stopped by Soaker. Or Max. Soaker replies.
I like this from Max, though. He's twice he got away with little cheeky ones like that. And oh, Defs. Didn't expect Daxon to come out. And this actually makes this a situation that, okay, yes, the bomb's down. They've got a bit of utility. There's no... It's not impossible for Brute to try and take this, but the best option for him is to save just because of how money is so tight. Had Daxon maybe got that kill before the bomb had gone down, they may have gone in with a chance to take him down. But Rocketlaunchers starting to walk away with it a bit more cleanly now. Times are ticking away. Round secured, no problems at all.
Well, Rocketlaunchers. The big green gun in the hands of Emek has been pivotal. Let's see if that continues to be the factor for them. And they've had a lot of B success, so I'm assuming they're just going to go into the default stance again. They do seem to like to finish on that B-bomb side, but there's no one actually even anywhere near the B side of things this time. Leaning heavily in towards A. They've got one player out towards top middle. The rest are in T-spawn. And they'll gather the bomb, having 3 in Palace this time. This is going to be a heavy execute out on towards this A bomb site. And while under pressure will be the sole player inside of the site. It's AJT, and there's nowhere he can fall back from because he's playing under the wood. So as soon as the utility comes in, most likely Molotov's in towards his position because Rocketlaunchers have been quite thorough in checking that. This guy is going to be dead. Maybe he finds 1 kill, but other than that, he's gone. Capson's inside of the connector. He'll be smoked off most likely, or under so much pressure. So this is certainly looking good for Rocketlaunchers in terms of the CT setup.
Slow and steady, though. Rocketlaunchers keep it. The problem is with it taking this much time, like they don't know it. Obviously, no B players have pushed, but so much more information can be had here, which is why we'll start to see Brute take the risk and move around a bit more. Initial smokes go down. Push comes in. Capson starts off strong, M4 in hand. He's got a lot of backup coming his way as well. Baghdadi looking for it, does find it.
He does find himself with that important kill. IJT could have caused problems. Good flash. That actually gets rid of death because the player was meant to be covering the connector position is gone. And yeah, that's the bomb. That's the bigger problem here that they have to face. Max, 10 seconds. They have to get the bomb back. Emin misses the shot and it's fallen to pieces. It's all but over. Soka needs to stay alive or just die before time. And that's exactly what he does. Brute. God, that was, I don't know what way I'm going to put this. Either it was good from Brute or bad from Rocketlaunchers. I feel like the bomb should have went down a lot sooner. They had the bomb site for quite some time.
It was a bit of a mixed bag, right? Because Rocketlaunchers went for the really delayed default. They hit the timing. They put all their smokes down. They did it well at the start. But I don't think they expected 3 players, because the 2 players that came from B, so one went through CT spawn, one had already rotated over from connector, and so it left 3 players in connector. So once Capson got the initial kill, the rest of them just pushed through, and it then became just a firing army just sat there. Because it didn't matter who poked out, there was just more CTs to be thrown at it. Shots were landed and damage was done, and a 4th round, a well-needed 4th round as well, might I add. Isn't going to hurt the economy of Rocketlaunchers. This buy is more than comfortable for him. Now we're going to see a Krieg void. It's quite interesting, actually. Rocketlaunchers, like Soka could have had a Krieg then. They're still not opting for it. So we still have some of these teams and players that don't rely on sticking in the SG. They feel more comfortable with the AK. Similar to what Nico said. I remember interviewing him back at Pro League maybe last season. He just started to adjust to the AUG, and then they nerfed it on the day that he used it.
That was
and Yanko spent ages trying to convince him to use it.
Was that New York or was it Pro League Finals?
Pro League Finals, Montpellier.
Yeah, that was the one.
No, deaths, sneaky. And damage has been done to Capson. He's easy to take down, and that's going to be, such a beautiful kill for deaths. Sneaking round, and that really changes things up a lot here. Daxton will pick back up the orb, which is interesting, because now where is deaths? Brute trying to go for this. There is a fighting chance with it. Flash goes down. Crazy looking to come through connector, but he's smoked off. The molly comes out and it's going to make Baghdadi moves, but he still walks away with a kill onto Max. Death standing in the flames. He's fighting out with all his life, and it's only Daxton that remains.
Daxton realizes winning this is unlikely with such low HP. The spam that comes through the triple boxes probably would have been enough to get rid of him. So he heads back to CT, desperately hoping this will be enough HP to survive on. And he does survive, barely, losing half of his health. So he's on 7 HP, and now we see ourselves with Rocketlaunchers really starting to cement a bit of a lead for themselves on the T side. This is quite the performance as well. You have to remember, this is the map pick of Brute. They've come into this wanting to play this map.
When they won it last time, right, it was 1916.
Yeah. I'm just having a look. So, yeah, I was going to say...
9-6 both after taking through to overtime, then 4-1 in a row for Brute.
Well, this could be a 9-6 hat if the CTs can step up and deliver a couple more rounds on the board. 2 is what they've been looking for. And, well, Rocketlaunchers are looking to hit 9 straight away from the T side. Crazy will sit back inside of the ladder room, and he's been spotted and damage has been done. But still not the kill, as he is still walking. He'll look back in towards Catwalk. He'll manage one, tries to spin back, but Soka is there. 9-4, Rocketlaunchers in a position now where they certainly are feeling comfortable. If they don't manage to win these last 2 rounds, perhaps Banks, we have the exact same scoreline play out, Let's get ready, strap yourself in, overtime.
Ready for it all over again.
We've been conditioned for it, map 1 of today was looking like we would see map 2 go that way. Here in the second best of 3 of the day, we've got ourselves Rocketlaunchers on 9. Looking to try and have a much more convincing show of things. If they can win this, well, that would certainly put them in a good position. Double up setup for Brute. HAT getting aggressive in Ram, seeing what's going on.
What's funny, if Rocketlaunchers win this best of 3, then they have the rematch against Ambush.
Yeah, that's the thing. And yesterday, that was quite a long match.
Sounds like, Dinko, you are prepared for many long best of threes today,
Man, this tournament, they're all so close, right? The teams in terms of skill, they're really close by, and while we see a lot of close games because of that, and McDaddy will find himself a kill on towards Daxon. AJT spins back, he gets a second kill, Captain assists him, and well, oh my god, AJT just trying to jump in between multiple angles, ran out of ammo and got caught behind. Now it's Deaths and Emink in a 2v2, 1 minute and 4 seconds left, but with the bomb,
they need to molly
wanting to
CT.
get planted, yeah.
They've wasted both mollies.
They have a flash still, but if they could take the fight in towards CT, it would be pretty risky. Or they just let this bomb go down and they play a retake. But they have no kit, so that would be quite ill-advised. Max is going to throw a flash into the open, gets caught, and now it's only Captain, most likely to save this into the last round as well. Molotov goes up on stairs. He's going to have to take a slightly better angle, and while they completely cut him off, they have a good idea that he is in towards connector with that utility coming in. They're certainly banking on it. And Captain's going to start making his way forward. Can't quite get an angle. This is unwinnable with this crossfire, especially with an AWP. You've got to hit some nutty shots, and while he's caught in the open, headshot was through. 10-4, rocket launchers get double figures in the first half, and Brute's money is not really too solid right now. So this should be an 11-4. Rocket launchers should be in the position to have a very one-sided first half.
Emink was living the dream right there. He was stuck in a palace for so long, watching his teammates fall. AJTG, the way he held on the ramp was incredible. He was ready for the push to come from every angle, just pre-firing spots. But even that wasn't enough. Rocketlaunchers now potentially looking for 11 rounds on their T side, and there's a big difference between the last 2 times these 2 teams faced off, and maybe McDaddy could be part of that difference because he's been delivering. Disappointed me he hasn't used the Mac 10 yet, but you know, I'll take it. You've got to win a game.
It's not. When I see the word Mac Daddy, I just think of some sort of like Southern hillbilly from America or something.
Banjo playing and all that.
Banjo play, yeah.
Ding 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 ding. Mac Daddy.
Maybe he could be a wrestler.
The Mac Daddy Supreme. The wrestler based on McDonald's diet.
He's just fat as hell. Sits on people. It's a Big Daddy, that was the one. I was trying to think of what wrestler it was called. He died of a heart attack, right, or something like that?
Oh, God.
I mean, getting that size is not healthy, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Mac Daddy started to make his way forward. 50 seconds left on this clock. Maybe 1 kill from Shaq coming in. Crazy is gone. An advantage picked up for the T side in Rocket Launchers. They've got to deal with Max. How many times has he played this exact spot? Well, he finds another one. And a second, of course. Max delivering.
Max is like key in that spot where you should only be good for 1, and yet he keeps walking away with more. There's a fighting chance now, though, for Brute.
Yeah, he's still in the same position. So
they've already expected you're not going to check it now, surely. He's like, yeah, you should have moved.
Yeah, he's definitely moved, right? There's no way he's up here.
Please, Emink, check it. Emink.
Oh my god, 3 kills, 4. Who to get all 5 from this spot? He's still alive. The bomb plant has to come through. Now Soaker doesn't expect 2 up here, surely. And well, Daxon steals the ace, but that's incredible. Max walks away with 4 kills from that one position. That's usually a one and done.
Max has been playing Metal Gear Solid. They've given him a sneaky suit, and no one can see him when he sits in that corner. So what on earth is going on?
He kills the guys on catwalk, in the apartments, then he stands there and drops them in the site. This 4th kill is nuts.
Yeah, I don't blame Emink for not checking it, because no way would I even expect him to be there. Like, you wouldn't look there again, would you? Surely he moves. He's killed 3 people.
And that's pretty smart, though, from Max.
Yeah, it's mind games, man.
It's like, they're not going to expect me to play this position every run, though, are they? Maybe.
But I'll keep doing it.
Yeah, exactly. And while the odds from Brute, not really favouring them too well, because it is a 10-5 half. Yeah. But finding that last one off the back of Max does give them a slight better chance. You know, 10-5 is easier to come back from 11-4.
Remember, guys, if you want to put a bonus deposit in on GG.Bet.com and make your bets, if you use the code GG.Bet.com, you'll get 125% bonus. Without GG.Bet, this tournament would not be happening. The first tournament of the year. You've got myself, James Banks, and Mr. Adam Hawthorne, a.k.a. Dinko, ready to give you all of this. Yeah. Don't worry, I didn't call you Hawker. See, I see you laughing.
I was getting ready for that.
Hawker.
Well, Emink sits back in CT. He's got the USP. And that's the squad making their way back in towards spawn. Crazy, just holding off the murder hole as it's finally named. Well, Brute is just going to hold on. See, it's multiple opponents coming in from CT. In fact, they're all coming his way. 2 kills come in from the T side, though, and Brute will surely be picking up more. The positions are just so strong, but Death's just moving under them, finding headshot after headshot, going towards Palace. But Daxon finally puts an end to him, and McDaddy left in an impossible 1v3, but he looks to do the impossible, looks to try and pull it off. He'll do damage onto a second, but no kill will come through. Max seals the deal. It's 6 now for Brute. They need the pistol, and they've got it.
Yeah, that'll give them a bit of a safety net to fight from here. Again, the 5-man retake comes in, but AJTT, right, he just sits in those positions where he pokes out for the pre-fires, and you know he's already shooting just in, he's like, yep, cool. Someone's going to be there, surely.
I'm pretty sure it was Brute yesterday where we just seen spamming everything, right?
Yes, yeah. I was on nuke, it was just literally spray through any smoke, any option, any object, sorry, that's in the way, they will try and take you through it. Really were not letting up on Skade, but they weren't able to get the win in the end.
Perhaps that can change today. I mean, you have to play another game anyway, the loser of this. So not completely out of the tournament, right? So, but you definitely don't want to be in a situation where you're having to fight for tournament life. You want to just get it over and done with, win your 1 best-of-3, and be done. Especially since, for me, I think both of these teams will have a really tough time against Ambush. McDaddy's going to be dropped to 4 HP. He'll look back up and try and drop him. It's Crazy who comes in with a headshot. Galil. It's the weapon of choice for Crazy, and it's working for him. 2 kills picked up. Does leave McDaddy and Emenk alone, and McDaddy's going to be spotted. The spam will be coming through in towards him, and God, this is awkward. Eventually he's gone. Captain will get rid of him. 5 players staying alive on Brute. That's pretty good. Limiting the casualties, building the money. That should be my motto in life. Limiting the casualties and building the money.
Do you have many casualties, mate?
Yeah, GTA, man.
GTA. It's all over.
It's not your motto, though, Banks. I think it would suit you a little bit better. Just your aesthetic and mine.
As long as I don't die, I'm fine. If I didn't die, it's all good.
that was one of your quotes from yesterday, yeah?
As long as you survive, as long as you're still living and breathing, you're kicking it. That's the positive. Always look for the positives in life.
Yeah. It's like, you're down in your luck, you're down in your luck. At least you're still alive.
There you go. Because the worst thing is, if you're dead, then you're dead, aren't you? That's it. Game over.
Yeah.
There's no respawn.
That we know of.
And before, I've just told lies in the entire world, and really, you do respawn. Religious nuts are going to be going crazy at that, aren't they? Because they all believe in respawn and whatever else.
I mean, if any of those existed, I definitely would like to come back as some sort of random animal or something. Like an eagle.
Okay.
Or a lion. That'd be pretty cool. Or a sea turtle. Something just...
I'd want to be a silverback gorilla. And then nobody messing with you when you're that size and you're that strong.
No, you just shred them to pieces.
Yep.
So this is an argument that Hugo and Harry had, but who would win, lion, a silverback or a lion? Hugo said the lion, but the silverback
No, the silverback will literally rip the lion in half.
Yeah.
It's basically a fully grown man with just added testosterone,
muscle,
size, muscle, and aggression. The lion will just shred it a little bit and claw at it, and then go, oh God, now I can't move, it's got me.
Imagine getting a gorilla on that gym routine, man. Just all protein shakes, everything.
It's King Kong. You're basically describing King Kong.
Well, AJT, he will fall, and it's 11 for the Rocket Launchers as we continue our discussion of CS and not our talk about getting gorillas on gym plans so they can tear lions to shreds.
But yeah, Harry's definitely wrong. It would be
No,
silverback.
Harry was right.
Hugo, Harry went for the gorilla.
Yeah.
Okay, Hugo was wrong.
Yeah.
Fail, Hugo. I expected him to be smarter than that. He's supposed to be the analyst, isn't he? Data is incorrect. Data's looking good for rocket launchers, though.
Yeah, it is. And the rounds continue to pile up. Brutes, this is their map pick. And I love how both of these teams decide just to ban each other's map picks instead of a map that they don't want to play. It's just like, all right, we'll ban Overpass, and then they ban Nuke. So now we're just on a map that neither of them are comfortable on. And
This
is just going to be a quick push. Emenk's just going to catch them off. They had no idea what was going on. Too many smokes, too many problems. And the CT side finding every kill. Finally, Max steps in. He's been the hero of Brute so far, but he needs to do it again. doesn't have the bomb, so he's out of there. He's saving. Unless he goes in the big grab. And that would be quite a difficult challenge. So we still got a minute to do it. It's just getting anywhere near that 4-man stack, especially since they're watching everything, is going to be very difficult. Soaker holding this angle. That's not looking good at all.
That was just brutal, though, right? As they rushed through, Emenk was just through the smoke. Yep, no problems. He's just watching it go down. Brute. Normally, this brute force works for him, right? We talk about their aggression, the rushes. That's what was catching Skade off guard round after round. But Rocket Launchers, they've seen this before. They've faced them before, especially on this map. After this map as well, I'm going to message Barber, the coach of Rocket Launchers, and ask the change of Mac Daddy. Is this trialing player still? Are they still trying to work out who their final lineup is? So at least with Brute, this is the lineup. This is the team.
Yep, as far as we know. That's the thing with
I like how much you're not trusting in the information we have. Just
Yeah. So the thing is with these teams is the fact that there isn't a whole lot of media coverage on them. So you don't get interviews, you don't get inside the teams, you don't know what's going on. And I think that it's even true for like tier 2 teams. You don't really know who's the incubator because it chops and changes all the time. They never get, they don't get regular interviews, which is why we're so honed in on everything in the top 10 teams, because we know exactly who's playing what roles, the changes in the team. We know it all the time because there's always interviews. But these kind of teams don't go to these events where HLTV are at or these big publishers are at. So you don't really know what's going on. Well,
if someone's smart, right, you know what they'd do? They'd go and start doing some interviews on their YouTube channel or whatever, make some content around these kind of teams because there's plenty of these events. Get you some good views, some Reddit karma, some Reddit enjoyment. But there's no enjoyment for Capson as he goes straight into his death. Emenk best is him. Max does have the save Galil, but again, it's just the Galil, a molly, and some head armor. It's not going to be easy. Everyone else just on the pistols, and the best thing Brute can hope for is, well, okay, crazy, you're styling. I like it, I respect it.
The backward B-hop.
The most pointless B-hop, but you do look good doing it at least. I've done it before to confuse an enemy. I've jumped out of apartments doing that.
Backwards.
Just like to see if I just messed with their heads as the rush came in.
Just staring at you so you forget to shoot.
I did a pop flashed myself, but my whole team were able to then push in. We got the bomb down, and I was just a distraction. See, sacrificial in-game leader. That's me all day long.
Oh wow. Soaker getting one. Epic deaths, and it's a cleanup squad. 13-7. Wow, this is domination from the Rocket Launchers, looking to launch themselves into a second map of Inferno coming up after this, and they are just looking better, like on an individual level. We said Brute probably have some great individuals, but they aren't really showing it today.
Yeah, definitely struggling on Mirage. But to me, this shows that Rocket Launchers did their homework a little bit more, right?
Yeah.
Because you played this before, it went to overtime, Brute ended up taking it. Now we're going into the same map again, and Rocket Launchers seem a hell of a lot more confident. And this is Brute T-side, where we give them the most credit for it.
The reason I hate this map as well for Brute is because you're going up against Rocket Launchers, a team that have one of the weakest map pools in the tournament, if not the weakest, right? They only play Overpass. Mirage is a map, it's easy. You know, it's one of the maps everybody's going to know. And you can somewhat have a system on this based off the fly. You know, you can build a system in your head from T-spawn. So this is one of those maps where I feel like Rocket Launchers are always going to do well on. I'd love to. Obviously, the ideal pick would have been Nuke, because that would have been Rocket Launcher straight out the server. But we're in a situation now where Rocket Launchers will be rubbing their hands together, because now they've got Mirage, which they're comfortable enough playing, as they're showing right now, and also Inferno coming out, which they've shown a willingness to play. And obviously, with picking it, they've got to have learned some stuff yesterday when they got banged out by Ambush.
Yeah, like we said, right, with these online games, it can be night and day and how different these teams perform, like we're seeing here from Brute.
Yeah, sometimes more night than day, but Brute certainly in the dark in a minute. It's going to be a Molotov coming up. It's going to be a push from AGT through the window. I don't think they've heard that. I don't think they know he's here.
No.
He's already on the side, but it's all right. They know that the possibility's out there. HAT will finally strike and take himself a headshot. Can he find a follow-up? That is the question, and of course he can, as he delivers on towards Shaq. He wants another one, and he's got that as well. He runs back into the site with 3 kills to his name already. He wants the ace. He wants all 5, and well, a chance towards Catwalk was there, but deaths will do exactly that on towards AGT, providing the death.
AJTT, right, really has those moments where it's just like boom, boom, pow the whole way. He believes he can get the job done, and he shows some mighty strong aim in that one. 3K, but it still wasn't enough. The rest of his team were already down and out of it. And the odds, well, Rocket Launchers have got all the love right now, 1.01. 12 for Brute in that sense. And if you want to bet on any of these games, head to GG.Bet and use the code GG.Bet.com. You'll get 125% deposit bonus, as we continue to say over and over again.
Yep, eventually, guys, you got to do it. It's going to be in your head that much. You've got to go and try out.
Stuck in my head, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Good early pickup, though. M ain't going down that early. Can they give themselves the weapon? And hey, it's him again. He's just on it.
AJT hitting headshots. Oh my god, Max as well. P250, and this is starting to spiral out of control. Actually, it's spiraled out of control. It's over. This round is going to be very difficult to recover for Rocket Launchers. Well, with a chance for Catwalk for 1 kill, and there it is. Caps and gone, but the bomb has made it safely towards B. AJT has a scope as well, so he's scoped in. I think at this point they'll be happy enough with the round win. Rocket Launchers will do their best. Damage is still obviously in their best interest. You don't want anybody to save anything, and that's AJT gone. So now there's actually a chance to win this round. They've got kits, they've got utility, and they've got a chance back into this bomb site. In for a kill quickly.
Plays.
And well, Crazy's going to be standing in the middle of the site.
Time's spam coming in. Mac will find himself one on the Crazy, but they need to go faster than this. Max is ready for it. 1v1 now. Soka. He knows where to look for him. He's going on the hunt. Doesn't want to make too much noise. Goes in for the kill, but Max will win it out. 3K for him, and Max will clutch the round. He'll live to fight another day, and he'll grab an additional round to help Brute stay within this game and avoid Rocket Launchers hitting match point. And you got to say, Brute, when they go out all guns blazing, they don't really go for some default execute. They just rushed in with pistols. That's when they delivered again.
That's just exploding. Then that's all, right? You just rush in, and whatever way it plays out, they have the individuals that are smart enough to sort of play the situation out, and that's good to see. But that gives them an opportunity now to stay alive in this game. Rocket Launchers, that was their prime chance to grab that point, to send us into a situation where we'll be looking at them maybe taking this over the line. But Brute still kicking, still alive here, and with a goodbye into round 23.
Things will slow down for just a moment here. Emenk can be pushed away from window room. Wasn't able to get anything done in connector because of how fast Brute came in for that mid control. Flash is going in, but Max catches it from his teammate. Overpeaks a little bit into it. Double AWP setup, though, means that it might catch Brute off guard a little bit here. Death is going to start off, and he gets 2. That's the bomb down as well from short.
Yeah, this is immediately just putting the boot to the throat of Brute. We'll see if Daxon can do anything from the ramp area. At this point, it's all on him to make a play. He has to make some space for that bomb to get anywhere near the bomb site. And with that smoke going up in the middle of the site, that allows Soka to reposition and for this round to slowly but surely slip out of the hands of Brute. As Daxon will try and move forward, his position is going to be difficult to do anything from. He will be spotted as well. That just increases the difficulty to nightmare mode. And he's spotted, headshot through from Emenk, and it's all on AJT. He'll be running through Palace, but he's running to his death very quickly indeed. Emenk will find him, map point, Rocket Launchers ready to get Mirage over and done with, pack it up, send this to Inferno, and, well, Rocket Launchers will be hoping for more of the same. Rinse and repeat.
Yeah, Rocket Launchers want to pack it up, let it begin, and continue to move forward onto the second map where they potentially will feel even more confident. We're going on to Inferno, and despite what we saw from them on Inferno yesterday, this Rocket Launchers looks hella good.
Yeah, it's looking really good, actually. And I think this is always the potential Rocket Launchers have, because they have good individuals. They have experience playing like Movistar Riders with Deaths and of course, Soker. So they have got experience playing against some decent teams, some decent level opponents. Just always questioning who's the in-game leader on this team. I'm assuming it'll have to be like one of the Movistar players. Or maybe one of the, or ex-Movistar, should I say. Or maybe Shaq, because I don't know. Generally, you don't see an AWPer be an in-game leader unless it's like some crazy situation like Fallen or whatever, but I'm assuming it'll be either Deaths or Soker, one of the two. Then again, do you really want those players to be an in-game leader? Because they're so good on an individual level, and they are starting things off well. A couple of kills coming through. Frags going back and forth, and Crazy with the Galil will pick up Death. The lineup's in, and Shaq will find a headshot with the bomb hitting the deck. Does leave Capson on his own, Scout versus 4. And this one is indeed packed up. It is ready to be shipped over to Inferno, where we'll be hoping for maybe a better performance out of the Brute side.
Yeah, really expected more on that T side from Brute. What we saw from them yesterday, that was where they were finding their success. They were looking good. They were very comfortable. But in this one, they got completely shut out of it.
Yeah, they definitely got destroyed. And I think Brute coming into this, the only rounds that they won were the ones where they went crazy, right? And
yeah,
that's the place I was seeing from them yesterday. But it was just more often that they were doing it. And they tried it a few times here. Sometimes they're getting shut down as well. So they have nothing to fall back on for me. That's the problem. They don't have any sort of system in play that's going to be effective across multiple rounds. It's very much just randomly flurry your way in, get the bomb site, get the round win, and you only got to find a few rounds in that playstyle, and never against a good team.
Yeah, they seem to have like the basic defaults down, but then after that it's like, oh, okay, well this didn't work. Let's try bundle through and rush it. And they're relying too much maybe on the individual skills. And this time, Rocketlauncher stepped up. They delivered it. And the scoreline really says it all. So we'll be moving to Inferno next. And that's going to be Rocketlauncher's pick. Maybe they can look for the 2-0, but we'll be finding out in just a few moments. We're going for a quick break. But when we come back, we'll be continuing on with the GG.Bet Winter Cup.